All right, we are on the air. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will begin a short 4-game homestand, a long 4-game series against the Houston Astros, the first of 4 games starting tonight at Camden Yards. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the Bird Watcher here. People call me BW for short. Hope that works for you. It works for me. Welcome back. The Orioles are back home for a 4-game stand before they go out west. And it's a huge, huge series here. A 4-game tilt with the Houston Astros, who have been playing pretty good baseball. Maybe the hottest team in the American League over the past month. They've shot themselves back up into first place in the American League West. We were swept by this team earlier in the season when we went down to Texas. So there's a lot to worry about in terms of this matchup. It's not going to be easy. We're going to have to play our best baseball to hopefully win 2 or 3 games here, I'm thinking. We don't want to get crushed here. I'm not expecting us to sweep Houston, but somewhere in the 2 to 3 game range, I think, would be satisfactory. And I think we got a pretty good shot because starting tonight, Corbin Burnes, going up arguably the weakest link in the Houston rotation chain, Spencer Arrighetti. As you can see, Burnes with Cy Young type numbers, a 12-5 record, 3.10 ERA, going up against the 5-11 Arrighetti, whose ERA is 5.20. We'll take a look at the lineups here in a sec. They're right there on your screen if you want to take a look. I'll have to check the positions here in a minute. But first, let me say hello to those that might be new to the channel and welcome in. I'm glad you found this channel. This is a place dedicated for watching Orioles games all the time, every game. I've been calling every game all season long. We're about, 128 games into this thing? Yes, sir, with a record of 74-54. So we've got, 34 games left to go, including tonight, and also hopefully plenty of games in October. So if you are an Orioles fan, you found a great channel because you got a place to rely on for every ball game and a way to enjoy the ball game in a new, refreshing way. Where you can interact with other Oriole fans, watch along, and enjoy the game together, or feel some misery together, whatever you're in the mood for. Personally, I like the fun part of it all, but anyway, do give it a chance. If you're new to the channel, if you like what you see, think about subscribing. It's a button at the bottom of your screen, folks, just so you know. We're getting up there very close to 2,000 subscribers. I'm trying to think we'll do it this series. If we average less than 10 subscribers per game here during this 4-game series, well, actually, no, it would take, about 12. Let's call it a dozen. Let's try to get a dozen subs in here on a nightly basis, and we'll hit 2,000 before we go out west. By the way, also, the final game before I go out east to Cambodia for a trip that I'm hoping will go off without a hitch. I have to then make it back in time for the call against the Dodgers on Tuesday night. So yeah, let's try to get to 2,000, folks. Those non-subscribers probably haven't shown up yet. We've just got the regular folks in here right now. How you guys doing? Hey there, Fitzy, Gerald, David, the man. David, I saw some of your comments. We'll talk about it. Here's Vonnie, the man, MG, Baxter, Daniel, Robert, Snow GT, Calvin. All right, folks, let's take a look at this lineup card here. In fact, wait a minute. Is this game already starting? It says 2-1. They told me this was a 6-15. Geez. They lied to me about the start time. This game is already getting started, folks. We'll go over everything here in a minute. Wow. Okay. I apparently got the start time wrong by 5 minutes. So I am now feverishly bringing up the ball game with the leadoff man currently already at the plate in the form of Jose Altuve. Hang in there, folks. caught off guard right out of the gate. Ain't that a kick in the head? All right, so there is one out already. Jose Altuve is lined out to start the ball game, apparently to center field. So we are underway. Here is your lineup card for the Astros. Altuve playing second base. He just lined out to begin the ball game. Alex Bregman currently at the plate. Yordan Alvarez will play left field and bat third. Bregman, first pitch is a check swing foul. And it's 0-1 on Bregman. Alvarez in left field hitting third. Yainer Diaz is at first base doing the cleanup. Victor Caratini is the catcher batting fifth. Ben Gamel in right field batting sixth. Jake Myers in center batting seventh. This ball's hit into center field. Going back on it is Cedric Mullins. Backpedaling onto the track, and he makes the catch. And yes, my eyes are working. Ced Mullins does make this catch on the track for out number 2. Shea Whitcomb will be batting eighth and playing third base, while Mauricio Dubon is the shortstop batting ninth. We can just go over the Orioles lineup card during the next half inning. Corbin Burnes is on the mound. Probably. I probably hit the track. Here's Yordan Alvarez. Probably. And he lifts one into left field. This should be a can of corn. Colton Cowser. It's a Colton Cowser can of corn, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Corbin Burnes. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh, I hope I called all of those events right. I don't know. It is Corbin Burnes, right? Not Corbin Barnes. What else can I do wrong? All right, so there you see the Orioles lineup card coming up. For your Orioles, I thought they were, Daniel, but I've been told differently. Colton Cowser will lead off and play left. Anthony Santander is going to DH tonight and bat second. Gunnar Henderson at shortstop hitting third. Ryan O'Hearn in right field tonight and doing the cleanup. Adley Rutschman in the fifth spot doing the catching. Ryan Mountcastle bat sixth and play first. Jackson Holliday at second base hitting seventh. Ced Mullins in center batting eighth. And finally, Ramon Arias will bat ninth and play at third. Only 2 right-handed bats in the lineup against the righty Arrighetti. One of them batting ninth. So Arrighetti's going to have to get through 7 of 8 left-handers every time through the first 8 guys of this lineup. It's a pretty good-looking lineup to me. But first, let's talk about some of the transactions that have gone down. Folks, we've got a new Oriole on the team and also one that you may remember. Livan Soto was sent back down to AAA. We never saw him. He never got a single plate appearance or an inning in the field. He has been replaced by a recent acquisition off of waivers cut by the Miami Marlins. Corner infielder Emmanuel Rivera is now with the team. What do you want to know about Rivera? Well, he's apparently a good glove. Not so much of a bat with this guy. He started his career with the Royals, spent about a year and a half with them, then got sent to Arizona, spent about a year and a half there. It was never a full-time starter, but got about 200 at-bats, give or take, over the past few years. And this year with the Marlins, not cutting it for them, apparently. But really, he's only being brought in as backup until we get Westberg back or Kobe Mayo is ready to return. I saw David was asking, well, why isn't Kobe Mayo just brought up right now? I don't think the Orioles think that he's ready to get back yet. Here's Colton Cowser. First pitch to him is fouled away off to the left. Other transactions that occurred. Nick Vespi has been brought up to the team, left-handed reliever. I think he'll only be here for a day or two, as this next pitch is a called strike to Cowser. 0-2 the count. Cowser hitting .248 coming into today's game. So yeah, with Nick Vespi on the paternity list, my thought process is that Vespi is that lefty to replace Aiken for a game or two. Here's a swing and a miss by Cowser. He goes down on strikes to begin the Oriole bottom half of the first. And then you have Matt Bowman, veteran right-hander. I'm not quite sure about this move. We sent down Colin Selby, who made only 2 appearances for us in relief. He didn't seem to do all that bad, but we did have an option to send him down. We didn't have to cut him. So, for whatever reason, Matt Bowman is up to replace Selby in the bullpen. Cade Povich is up, and Cade Povich is going to be starting tomorrow's game. Anthony Santander is at the plate right now, and after a 1-0 count, he fouls this next pitch right back behind home plate. 1-1 on Tony.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
Bruce Zimmerman, who's been sort of on the fringe of the 40-man roster, had to be DFA'd for these moves to take place and give Rivera a spot. This pitch is popped up by Santander, shallow outfield grass behind second base, and the shortstop is at Dubon making the catch. For the Astros defensively, Yordan Alvarez in left, Jake Myers in center, Ben Gamble in right, Shea Whitcomb at third, Mauricio Dubon at short, Altuve at second, Yainar Diaz at first, and Victor Caratini is behind the plate. Here's Gunnar Henderson.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
And he takes a breaking ball right in there for a called strike. Gunnar hitting .287, 33 homers, 78 driven in. And that one is hit hard and down for a base hit. It's going to roll through the outfielders and up against the wall. Gunnar will round first and head for second and pull in there with a 2-out double. Come on, folks. Turn on the sprinkler and splash it up.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
All right, it's a 2-out double for Gunnar Henderson, and that'll bring up Ryan O'Hearn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
First pitch to O'Hearn is well off the plate outside. A curveball that didn't curve. O'Hearn got tossed in yesterday's ball game after a miserable performance by the home plate umpire. I'll let you look at his scorecard here in a little while. Here's a swing and a miss. On a pitch low and in, 1 ball and 1 strike. O'Hearn batting .275. Came up in a huge spot in the game yesterday, bases loaded, and kind of got hosed. You never see O'Hearn get upset like that. This pitch is line foul. Oh, O'Hearn a little bit out in front. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Come on now, I'm on a 2-out hit. DFA means designated for assignment, Nate. Pretty much means you're cut from the team. You're put on waivers, which allows any other team in the league to put in a bid and claim that player. It's about a week-long process. If nobody claims that player, they can report back to the team that cut him. That's what happened with Cole Irvin a few weeks ago. Here's the 2-2 to O'Hearn. That one's lifted right center, but right at the right fielder, and the inning is over. O'Hearn looked like he got good wood on it, but hit it to the wrong part of the outfield there, right at the right fielder to win the inning. It's a double from Gunnar Henderson. He's stranded at second. We go to the second inning, and it's no score here in Baltimore. Here's another thing I wanted to point out, folks, because your boy's a genius, all right? And sometimes I just have to show you that the proof is right there in the pudding. 2 nights ago, when we won that second game of the Mets series, and we got the news about Eflin going down, and we heard Cole Irvin was going to be coming back up and starting, I came up with a plan. And the Orioles are following the plan. You can't see this because it's just too darn small. But, what I have here is from a couple of days ago, and it pretty much spells out how to make the moves we need to make, which is Corbin Burnes is going to start game 1, this game we're watching right now. Don't touch that. That's our ace. Game 2 was supposed to be Albert Suarez, but Cade Povich last pitched on Saturday, so really he could have pitched today on normal rest with an extra day's rest. I say, well, let's slot him in for the tomorrow night's game, Game 2, which they're going to do. Cade Povich is now announced as tomorrow night's starter. Albert Suarez, I said, bump him up a day. And they did. Albert Suarez will start on Saturday. Originally, Trevor Rogers was scheduled to start that Saturday game. And I said, that's how you get Rogers out of this rotation. You just put Povich into that Game 2. You bump Suarez down a game where Rogers would have started. Now you take Rogers out of Game 3. And I thought we had two options. Either we make him the long man or we option him back down to AAA. At the time, when I wrote this, which you can't even read, whatever, but believe me, I'm basically summarizing. I wasn't sure if there were options for Trevor Rogers, if we went out and picked up a guy that still had options left or not. I wasn't sure. I tried to look it up. I could not find the information. But it turns out he does have options. So that's the idea. He's now back down in AAA. And then you got Dean Kramer for Game 4 of this series. At least we should. Even though right now, if you look at the ESPN probable pitcher list, it's a blank spot for Game 4. They've got Dean Kramer listed for the first game out in the Dodgers West Coast trip. But he'd be on regular 4 days rest if he were to pitch the final game of the series. Remember, he pitched, what was it, the winning middle game with the Mets. So that was the Wednesday, what was that, the Tuesday game, right? So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There's your 4 days off. He should be able to pitch the final game on Sunday, Dean Kramer. 1-1 the count on Yainer Diaz, who foul tips one at the plate. No, he doesn't. That is a fair ball. Yainer Diaz tips one a couple inches in front of the plate, stands there. Rutschman just picks up the ball and tags him. Just tagged him right there on the thigh. So that's about a 1 foot out. One out here in the top of the second. All right, everybody up to date on what the hell we're doing? I think I've got this rotation figured out. Here's Victor Caratini, switch hitting catcher from the left side. He takes outside for ball one. Caratini batting .280, 6 homers, 21 driven in. No score, top of the second. Houston up at the plate with 1 out, nobody on. So the other thing is what are we going to do when, say, Eflin comes back? Well, now that Rogers has already been sent back down, as we got a swing and a miss here from Caratini, and the count is 1-1. My guess would be Eflin comes back. Hopefully it's only going to be about another 10 days. Cole Irvin would then probably be the guy to go into the pen as a long reliever. I mean, he's already done it before on the season. I think it really will come down to one more start Irvin will be able to make and make an impression. Maybe we'll reconsider Albert Suarez for that long man role. But either way, Cade Povich probably sticking in the rotation unless he really screws up. Here's a ground ball to second base. Holiday, my goodness, Mountcastle had to reach far to his right for a very simple throw. I mean, nobody's going to take too much notice of it. But, man, Jackson, just hit your dude in the chest, man. You're 25 feet away. 2 down in the inning after a ground out to Holiday. All right, here comes Ben Gamel, left-handed outfielder. And he takes low for ball one. Gamel hitting just .217. He's been around. I remember him being on the Brewers for a while. This is his 9th major league season. 1-0 pitch to Gamel, and that is a swing and a miss. He chased a changeup below the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. How you doing, Charm City chat? I've got cold coffee. This pitch is low, and the count goes to 2-1. All right. Lovely. Oh, I'm ready to go. The 2-1 pitch to Ben Gamel is a curveball right in there for strike 2. Gamel gave up on it. Almost buckled him a little bit. 2-2 the count. 2 down here in the top of the second. And the pitch. There's another curve. Swung on and missed. That one was in the dirt. And the throw down to first to complete the strikeout.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
6 up, 6 down for Corbin Burnes. And yeah, Burnes has cleaned it up a little bit in more ways than one after a rough start his last time out. And I tell you what, if you guys saw how he reacted to that umpire the other day, was it just yesterday? It's hard for me because for me it's like a day and a half now. Was it the last game against the Mets? Was it the same game where O'Hearn got tossed? Where Corbin Burnes was going off on that ump? He was more fired up than anybody in the dugout. So I got a feeling Corbin Burnes is in a mood tonight. What is this? Ah, boy. Yeah, Robert, why the pessimism? Why? Why? Can we just wait until bad results and then moan about it? Or can we try to wipe the slate clean with every game? Let's go. Come on now. Whew. Adley Rutschman, Ryan Mountcastle, Jackson Holiday due up next. The Yankees already won earlier today. They shut out the Guardians, so we really need to win this game for sure. I mean, even without that news, this is a must-win. With Corbin Burnes on the mound again, facing Houston's weakest starter, this is a must. Just a question. I am banned. Well, first of all, that's a statement, not a question, but semantics. No. I just think the rest of Charm City Chat is going to roll their eyes at you if you want to use it. I mean, if you're self-aware that you use it over and over again, and you can refer to it as a catchphrase, what are you asking me for, man? I mean, you know what the results are going to be when you do it. I'm not going to ban you, but I am going to call you out again. I mean, I want to keep doing it every night. I mean, it's up to you, man. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Bottom of the first. First pitch to Adley Rutschman is low and in for ball 1.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Hey, thank you there, Slam-Free Poetry. There's a called strike, and the count even up at 1-1 on Adley, batting .262. Yeah, my new catchphrase is probably 10 feet. This one's popped up. Another uppercut swing from Rutschman. Popped up to the third base side. Whitcomb makes the catch. And I don't know if the backswing got Caratini, but it looks like it might have. Jesus, Adley, your swing is all over the place, and now you're hitting the catcher, too. Adley, what is going on, dude? Folks, if you want to know what's our biggest fear with this team and their potential success in the postseason, it's Adley Rutschman. Plain and simple. What more evidence do you need that as Adley goes, so the team goes? The man comes up and we don't get swept in a series for over 2 years. And then as soon as that streak ends and we get around the All-Star break, he starts slumping. And the team's been just a shell of themselves during that time. Really, Robert? Do you see, though, how, Robert, that I'm actually sitting here and actually giving some analysis and something more in-depth than just shouting out one phrase over and over again? Are you actually comparing what I'm doing to what you do, Robert? Are you serious, dude? Are you absolutely serious?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Ryan Mountcastle at the plate. He's got a 1-2 count. Sorry, playing that drop was more important. This pitch is off the plate and the count even up at 2-2. Daniel, that's really not my call, man. I mean, I'm not a expert on how to fix a batting stance and all this and all that. And yeah, I'm not sitting here trying to pound on Adley. Adley's a leader of this ball club. I believe him. And here's a hit by Mountcastle to get down into left center field. Cut off by Alvarez. Mounty's thinking two. Here comes the throw, and it's not caught. So Mountcastle will get two on a hustle double into left center field. Let's go. Where's that sprinkler at now? Now we have a one-out double.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
All right. Ryan Mountcastle doubles. Second extra base hit here off of Arrighetti. One out here in the second. And a couple of chances to knock him in. Gunnar had a two-out double. Unable to get him in. BW, stop getting on Adley's case. Here is Jackson Holliday, and this pitch is off the plate outside for ball one. Hello, Jackson. I have no idea what you want, dude. This one is swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Not a very pretty swing there by Holliday. He was fooled. Wow, the Yankees have... Oh, I forgot. That game's already over. Yeah, the Yankees shut out the Guardians earlier today. So, again, we're now a full game back. We need to get this game tonight to remain a half game back. Holliday pops this one up third base side, foul ground, and out of play by about 5 rows. Honestly, trying to compare my actual analysis of what's going on with Adley. And all I said was, as Adley goes, that's how the team goes. And I want to see Adley, find his mojo back. Like, is that really coming down on Rutschman? Really? Yeah, maybe, Robert. Maybe. I mean, if there's nothing new to say, then yeah. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jackson Holliday. There you go. That one is reached for and fouled away. We'll do it again. 2-2 the count. Runner at first. Runner at second with 1 out. I mean, there you go. You want to pick on something, Robert? Pick on the mistakes I make. I make about 24 on average a ball game announcing. So let's focus on that. We got Mountcastle at second. Here's the pitch to Jackson. This is hit on the ground slowly to first, and the first baseman will be able to pick it up and beat Jackson to the bag. Mountcastle, see, there, I did it again. Mountcastle moves up to third, but there are 2 down now. That should get set up to the plate.
Well said, now you know what to do.
Only 22? All right, then, man. Did you include the post-game show? Here's Ced Mullins, 2 down, runner at third. Ced hitting .227 at the moment. The pitch is off the plate outside for ball 1. No score in the bottom of the second. The Orioles have had an extra base hit in each of the first 2 innings, but we're still waiting to score here. Thank you, Eric. Daniel piling on. This pitch is low and in. 2-0 the count. 2-0, folks. Everyone yell credit. See? Then we'll all make a mistake. This pitch is low. It's 3-0. Come on now. 3-0 on Mullins. The pitch. He goes after a 3-0 pitch and pops it up. Foul ground, third base for out number 3. Are you kidding me? On 3-0 said? God. Ah. There, Robert. You want something to complain about? How about if you're going to swing at 3-0, make sure you don't foul pop out in an RBI spot with 2 down. Okay? That's a reason to make a criticism. You see how it works? It's a brand new critique. Brand new. And you know what? I'm only going to mention it once. And then I'm going to move on to maybe talk about something else going on with the team. You see how this works? We go to the 3rd inning, no score. Oh, Jesus Christ. My goodness. What's going on down at the dance club tonight?
Where you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
Oh, my God. I tell you what. I didn't know I was going to be a play-by-play announcer / public speaker, motivational speaker / therapist / I mean, my goodness. What's going on, Fro? Hey, PAS, what's up? Wait, so your chatters don't like it when you criticize players? First of all, man, find me another streamer that does play-by-play that criticizes any less than I do. I mean, my criticisms, I try to reserve. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't freak out if somebody has an 0 for 4, you know? Like when Dominguez, look, that first walk-off to the Mets, to Alvarez, everyone was ready to say Dominguez is trash. I mean, or no, somebody had said something like, well, our bullpen blew it again, when in that game, our bullpen was the only reason we came back and had a chance in that game. Keegan Aiken threw 2 innings without giving up a base runner, striking out 5. Yeah, and so, yeah, 1 pitch. Eventually, somebody was going to get a run. We'd kept the Mets scoreless for like 6 innings straight. And then somebody's going to talk about the bullpen sucking. All right, 1-1 the count, folks. We're back underway. Jake Myers at the plate. Sorry, I'm going to start not missing pitches anymore. I'm getting in a bad habit here. Here's the 1-1. That's a swing and a miss by Myers. His average is at .229, right-handed hitter. 12 homers, 50 driven in. The other thing, too, folks, is, obviously we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Emotions are going to get more and more, on the surface and boiling over. I get it. But I'm piloting a ship here. You guys understand? 2-2 the count. So while I have to sit here and sort of emotionally accept some of the highs and lows of what's going on with this team, game to game, 2-2 pitch is a curveball low and away. Full count now. Again, I got to remember, this is a vessel, and I'm the pilot. You know, if you're on an airplane and you're hitting inclement weather, right? If you're sitting as a passenger, you can sit there and freak out all you want. Oh, my God, this storm, we're flying right into it. What are we going to do? I can't do that. I'm the pilot. You understand? Would you like your pilot of a plane driving into some bad weather to freak out? I got to keep a level head, and I got to try and keep everybody else calm. That's my job. We got a full count here on Myers. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's inside for ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Myers. Not what Corbin Burnes is looking for. Yeah, Corbin Burnes is all cleaned up. No more ruffle of feathers coming out of the back of his cap. Yes, Timothus, that is all very true. And somehow we still got a pretty decent rotation, I have to think. I mean, we got Burnes, right? Here's a curveball in the dirt to Whitcomb. Burnes needs to find the strike zone here. If we get just 70% of the Cade Povich we saw last time out, we've got another arm there, right? Dean Kramer's been looking good recently. Albert Suarez has been looking good recently. So there's 4 of your 5 right there. And Eflin might only be 10 days away from coming back. This pitch is low. Come on, Corbin. We are now behind in the count 2-0 after walking the leadoff man here. And this is the bottom part of the order. Rob, that's hard for me to say. I haven't really been following both players' season. I mean, I see the stats. I see the highlights. And plus, it's just really hard for me to gauge between a pitcher and a position player. That makes it even harder to choose. This pitch is up and in. Oh, they call that a strike. Wow. Thank you, ump. My goodness. You can see it right there on your screen, folks, that red dot in the upper left-hand corner. That was a called strike. 2-1 now on Whitcomb. And that one's hit on the ground. The gunner goes to second for 1, over to first. Double play! Ladies and gentlemen, it's a 6-4-3 double play. Holiday's return throw, not that good. He got it there, but man, Holiday is still somebody I'm keeping an eye on defensively. He's got me a little bit worried. You're blaming Gunnar on that? David says Gunner's throw to Holiday was a problem. Here's Mauricio Dubon up there now with 2 out, nobody on. I thought Holiday's return throw wasn't so good. This pitch is fouled away off to the right. Yep, the Mariners fired their manager. They've lost 8 out of their last 10. I can't believe how badly Seattle has tanked. I thought they made some good pickups at the trade deadline because they needed offense. They got a Rosarena. They brought in Justin Turner, which, you know, it's not the future. The guy's like 39 or something. But, you know, they needed help offensively, and I thought they got some help. But, wow, yeah, they have probably missed the target on the trade deadline bigger than anybody else this season, it would appear. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Dubon. That's a curveball low. The count even up at 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. No score, top of the third. Corbin Burnes on 34 pitches. He gave up a leadoff walk, but then got a double play ball. Base is empty right now. This one's pop foul and back out of play. Cade Povich is pitching tomorrow there, Dan. And that'll bump Albert Suarez up to Saturday, and hopefully Dean Kramer is going to remain in the spot on Sunday. Then we got a day off. And actually, this is another piece of the puzzle, folks. So if Dean Kramer starts the Sunday game, which he should, again, for some reason, the spot is blank on the ESPN probable pitcher page. After updating it, putting Povich in for tomorrow, Suarez on Saturday. They're thinking Rogers is just taken out of the rotation, and they've left it blank. That is a called strike 3 at the bottom of the zone, and Corbin Burnes gets through another scoreless inning.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
3 scoreless innings without giving up a hit for Corbin. We go to the bottom of the third, no score in Baltimore. What the hell have I been blabbing about? Anyway. Oh, right. So here's another thing. So Cole Irvin pitched the last game against the Mets, correct? We all remember it. That was just yesterday. So we've got a 5-man rotation. Everybody but Cole Irvin is pitching in this series, which would then mean Cole Irvin's turn would be up next. But that's not until Tuesday because we have an off day Monday traveling out to L.A. So here's what I propose. Is that we just skip Cole Irvin's next turn in the rotation. We might even be able to do it in such a way where by the time he's due up again, Zach Eflin is back. But yeah, let's use that day off. Let's just take that 5th guy and push him all the way back to the end again. We can have Corbin Burnes starting game 1 against the Dodgers out west and keep this same 1, 2, 3, 4 punch. And that way, the number 5 guy will be facing a much less tougher opponent in the Rockies. Remember, we play the Rockies right after the Dodgers. So for me, all the sense in the world. Use your off day. Pitch everybody on normal rest. Corbin Burnes starts game 1 against the Dodgers. Povich game 2 and Suarez game 3, just like this series. Folks, listen to your boy BW and all will be okay. I'm telling you right now. It's the coffee. It's the hat. I don't know what it is. Something in the water over here. Well, Dale, so far, I think Hyde is agreeing, or at least, I mean, here's the thing with Rogers. I think, I think they knew from the start that they didn't get what they thought they were getting, or what. I don't know why we even got him, but, you want to save a little face. You don't want to give up so soon on a guy you traded for. And that's why I was so worried about, did Elias go out there and trade for a guy that still has options? Because if this guy doesn't have options, like, Gregory Soto, the reliever, he doesn't have options. It's either you keep him on the team or you cut him. If that was the case with Rogers, that would have blew my mind. By the way, Ramon Arias is up at the plate.
I have a brother.
And the first pitch is fouled away. It's the bottom of the 3rd. Arias is up and then the top of the order. This pitch is swung on and hit in the air to left, but too much room out there. Alvarez waits and he makes the catch. Boy, they got Yordan Alvarez, who is not a very good fielder. He's used to playing that very small left field in Houston, and they're asking him to play the biggest left field in the game here in Baltimore. Let's try to keep hitting balls that way tonight. I think that's a good idea. Why does the man have binoculars? Because the man, along with a few others here, are Magic members, as there's a called strike to Colton Cowser. Curveball on the outside edge. Cowser struck out his first time up there here in the 3rd with 1 out, nobody on. A swing and a miss. Man, Colton, what's up tonight, man? Colton's just going up there flailing right now. He asks for time. He's got an 0-2 count. You need to calm down here, Colton. This is the fringe 5th starter of this Astros rotation. And he swings and misses, and he strikes out again on 3 pitches. Good grief. Cowser. Go watch some videotape between innings, man. I mean, Cowser completely lost in these first 2 at-bats to Arrighetti. Couldn't tell you why. 2 down, nobody on. Here's Tony. And he takes a curve in there for a strike.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
Please tell me this offense isn't going to make another mediocre to poor starter look good. We've got doubles in each of the first 2 innings. Can't get the clutch hit to knock him in. That's a called strike, too, on another curveball. Tony didn't like that call. That one looked low. Both were pretty low. The 0-2 pitch, and that one's upstairs, and Tony gets a piece of it. That was letter high on I guess a fastball, and he fouls it back. Still 0-2 on Santander. 2 down, nobody on, bottom of the 3rd, no score. Pitch. That's taken low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Orioles are wearing their classic white home uniforms with the orange letters. And the Astros wearing their classic road grays with the dark blue with orange trim lettering. This pitch is off the plate outside. And the count even up at 2-2. 2-2 on Tony Taters. I just got a feeling we can get a hold of this guy. Come on now. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the right. Santander on top of that one on a bit, hit it into the ground, foul. If anybody should uppercut, it's Tony. Let's get a run on the board. Home run style. Debit. Thank you, Dan. That's inside. And look at Tony working an 0-2 count, now back to a full count. COD. Oh, wait, is that the wrong one? Charge. There we go. The pitch. Way off the plate. Ball 4.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Arrighetti had Santander 0-2. And after that 0-2 pitch, he got a fastball, letter high, somehow stayed alive. Next thing you know, he's on base with a walk. Man, Anthony Santander does not waste an at-bat. Even all those foul pop-ups on the infield, you'll take them.
His name's Gunner, and he's dating my mom.
First pitch to Gunnar Henderson, swing and a miss. That was a rising fastball at 95, and Gunnar couldn't catch up to it. Gunnar doubled in his first at-bat, came with 2 down, and he was stranded out there. Here's the 0-1. That's up and away, a ball and a strike. Yeah, it's going to take a real gapper to get Tony in from first. If not, Gunner's going to have to go yard, or else it's going to take another hit here. This pitch is low and in. Now we have a 2-1 count. Come on now. This will be the 48th pitch by Arrighetti so far here in the third. The pitch is hit on the ground right to second. Altuve, piece of cake, inning over. We go on now to the fourth, no score in Baltimore. All right. Hey, by the way, the hat hanging out on the side. He says hello. I can get rid of this now. So yeah, that's what this whole management thing was about. So yeah, if anybody's on my Discord, you could have seen this, folks. You could have seen what the Orioles were doing 2 days ago when I sat down, looked at what was going on, figured out all the different situations, and made a plan. And they're basically going with the plan. Rogers is out. Povich starts tomorrow. Suarez is bumped up a day. The only thing left is to make sure that Dean Kramer is starting the final game, because for some reason they bumped him down to start the first game out in L.A. On the current page, not on this page. This was the original page. So we can go ahead and get rid of this, right? We don't need that. Oh, what's this? Folks, we need to get some subscribers in here. Hey, folks, we've got a break in the action, and we are trying awfully hard to get to 2,000 subscribers. And we'd like to do it before the end of this homestand. All we need to do is average about, 11, 12 people a day. So if you haven't subscribed, think about doing it, folks, and help be part of the first 2,000. 1953, folks. Come on. If for no other reason, the next subscriber gets to have the same number as the season that the Baltimore Orioles began. Who wouldn't want that honor? I want to know right now, who would want the honor to be number 1954? I want it. I'm about to open up a new account just to grab this number. How the hell are you going to pass up this opportunity? I don't know, people. And then you can grab, 56 for Brooks's first season? Oh, look, somebody leaves. Yeah, every time I bring it up. Yeah, shut up! I don't care. Top of the fourth, here we go. First pitch is low and outside for ball one to Jose Altuve, who lined out his first time up. Hey, we do have something going on over here.
Message for you, son.
Somebody has gifted a membership to a rando. Well done, sir. Next pitch is a called strike from Corbin Burnes on Jose Altuve. 1-1 the count. Thank you, VT Real Bill P. That's not the first time you've gifted a membership. Very generous of you. Thank you very much. This pitch is in there for a called strike, too.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Hello, Edward. I can't believe somebody said, you know what, screw 1954, I'm leaving. Every time I bring up the sub count, people leave. Every time. It's probably the same person that just unsubs just for the laugh to make me react and then subs back on, which would then make that person a bit sadistic and screwed up in the head to get their jollies out of manipulating somebody while they're live on the air trying to entertain people. Kind of messed up, don't you think? You know, theoretical person doing that. Don't you think that's kind of screwed up on your part? Do you really want to be that kind of person? Just saying. Full count on Altuve. The pitch swung on, fouled off to the left. We'll do it again. We are in the top of the fourth. Altuve's leading it off. It does sound like something Fitzy would do, doesn't it? Why he would do it over and over again, I'm not sure. But again, I'm calling it out for what it is. And the numbers keep rising every time you do it anyway. So just keep doing it. I just have to point you out for being kind of screwed up in the head. If that's your form of entertainment. Watching somebody else, react in some way where it's like, hey, what happened? Why is this happening? Oh, no. Like, what do you want me to do, dude? I'm going to keep going. Full count pitch is in the dirt. Another walk by Burnes. Another leadoff walk. And this one is not well timed because it's the top of the order with Bregman and Alvarez to follow. Jose Altuve is on at first base to begin the top of the fourth. Burnes is still yet to give up a hit. But he has issued a few free passes now. Here's Bregman. First pitch to him tries to get the outside corner. Adley tries to frame it, but doesn't get the call. 1-0 the count. Here's a check on first. Altuve back in with a head-first slide. Man, he's so small. It is amazing what Altuve can do on the baseball field with a man of his size. And when I say man, I mean he's all man. All 5'5" of them. Or whatever it is. Another check on Altuve. So Burnes, worst kept secret in baseball, not good at holding on base runners. He's already checked on Altuve twice with just a 1-0 count on Bregman. So expect Altuve. And that's a third check. And did he get him? No. So take your base at second, Altuve. Corbin Burnes walks Altuve and 3 pickoff attempts. Corbin Burnes just gave up a double without a ball being put in play. My goodness. Nobody out. And now you can play small ball and get that run in if you wanted to. 1-0 on Bregman. That pitch is right in there for a strike at 97. Hey, Pure, that would be great. I'm hoping 2,500. So yeah, that would be gravy, man. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. That was a slider from Burnes, and the count is 1-2. I think at this point you want to strike Bregman out or do anything you can to keep him from getting to second or getting to third, I mean, and then maybe think about pitching around Alvarez with that base open at first and set up a double play. This pitch is popped up, foul ground. Rutschman with the mask off makes the catch. There's your first out. All right. Corbin, you've yet to give up a hit. You seem to figure out how to pitch around walks. You had a double play earlier off a walk. You got a base open at first and the most dangerous bat in the lineup up with a much less dangerous batter due up after. You got to pitch around Yordan Alvarez right here, even if you are an ace. You don't give this guy anything to hit. Not in this spot. Not this particular spot. That pitch is swung on and fouled away. That was in the zone. 96 miles an hour, bottom of the zone. Here we go. Burnes says I can do it. All right, Corbin. If you think you can do it, then let's do it. Altuve at second base, 1 out. And Burnes steps off the rubber. Make that in disengagement number 1 on this AB. Now, here's a question that I honestly don't know the answer to, although I think logic would tell me what the answer is. But let me throw this question out to everybody. 0-1 pitch. That one is lined, base hit right field. Why the hell did you pitch to him? Throw in from right field is cut off. Not sure why that was cut off. Yordan wasn't even close to going to second. It's a RBI single. Altuve scores 1-0 Houston. God damn it, somebody listen to me. First hit of the ball game given up by Burnes. Yeah, naturally, it's going to be to their best hitter in an RBI spot when he had a base open. God damn it. We keep letting the best hitter in an opponent's lineup beat us in situations where we have an opportunity to pitch around him. Here's Yainar Diaz, a right-handed hitter who has got about half the amount of power of Alvarez. I mean, look, he's having a fine season. He's hitting 300. But he's not Yordan Alvarez. All right? And it would have set up a double play ball, too. Whatever. 0-1 on Diaz. The pitch is swung on. Hey, what do you know? A double play ball to second for 1. To first, safe. Diaz able to beat it out. What do I know? I'm just a dude. What do I know? Home run dependent offense. That's what I say. Two down, runner at first, 1-0 Houston. Excuse me, 1-0 Houston in the top of the fourth. I went full Peter Brady there for a minute. Here's Victor Caratini, 0 for 1 today. I know what inning it is. This one is lined, and that's a base hit down into the right field corner, and this is going to score a run. First to third, or does it? No, it doesn't. It's first and third. See, I blew it. Hey, if I'm going to get something wrong, this is a great thing to get wrong. Because I thought Houston put another run on the board. This ball's hit down into the corner by Caratini. He's only able to get a single out of it. And it puts runners at first and third here with 2 down. 1-0 Houston still. Sorry, David. And that is a called strike 1 here to Ben Gamble. Gamble struck out his first time up. First and third, 2 down, a run in. This pitch is hit on the ground right up the middle, base hit, and that will score a run. And going first to third is Caratini. It's 2-0 Houston. And what I expect is to put a guy on first base and not let the best bat in the lineup beat us. That's what I expect. I expect that when we face Jose Ramirez. I expect that when we face even the likes of a Jazz Chisholm in a Marlins game that we blew by pitching to him. You just don't do it. Sometimes there's no helping it. You know, if it was just a runner at first, you don't walk him. You're not going to push a runner from first to second just to take the bat out of the hands of Alvarez. But if you got a situation like a runner at second and one out, that is so just asking to put that guy on, set up a double play, take his bat out of the hands, go after, a better chance. Jeez. I don't know what analytics can match common sense in situations like that. Jake Myers at the plate. He walked his first time up. First and third, 2 down. First pitch from Burnes is in the dirt for ball 1. I don't know, Dan. I don't know who's at third. Oh, boy. Check on the runner. And the runner is back. That's Ben Gamble over at first. One-oh count. Here's the pitch. That one is lifted into center. It's right on the button, but it's right at Cedric Mullins, who makes the catch. That ball was squared up right backward, came from into center field. But Mullins is there to end the inning. The Astros put a couple of runs up on 3 hits. 3 hits, the first of which was Yordan Alvarez. It was 3 straight hits. Wasn't it? Excuse me, 3 of 4. Yeah, Alvarez got the first. And then Diaz, I guess that was a fielder's choice because he scored. And then back-to-back hits from Caratini and Gamble. Eh, boy. All right, folks. Bottom of the 4th coming up. We got the middle of the order. O'Hearn, Rutschman, and Mountcastle coming up. Man, oh man, do I hate them fancy lads. Let's get some runs. Hey, you know what? Maybe an old school ad read from Dickens Cider will lighten the mood, huh? It's been a while. It's been a while, right? It's been a while. Oh, I don't want anybody to see. You can't see all of my special Dickens Cider stuff. Let's see. Where is it? Ladies and gentlemen, today's game is brought to you by Dickens Hard Apple Cider. Where is this thing? Where did I keep this? I want this for old time's sake, just to lighten up the mood a bit. Yes, for those looking for a refreshing drink with a different flavor that packs a punch, there's nothing like the taste of Hard Apple Cider. And no one delivers quality cider like Dickens. The Dickens family has been producing top-shelf cider products for generations. So if quality is what you're after, you just can't go wrong with Dickens Cider. Dickens Cider, available now at your local grocer. All right. I think I need a new ad read. Here's Ryan O'Hearn. First pitch is a called strike. Whew. Ha.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
O'Hearn lined out his first time up. Next pitch. This one's hit to third. A liner again. Caught by Whitcomb. 1 down. Damn. Damn. We've had a few hard-hit balls go right at somebody tonight. That was another one. It's Spencer Arrighetti. Come on, Arrighetti. It's like some kind of Chef Boyardee Frankenstein pasta. Who is this guy? He's nobody. Come on, Adley.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Arrighetti. There's a called strike, and it's 0-2 on Adley, just like that. What is going on, guys? Just act like you're at the batting cage, like you're on spring break, you're chilling out, and you're like, hey, they got a batting cage over here at the fun house. Oh yeah, let's hit some baseballs. Just go up there and chill out. This pitch is low and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Is he really dealing, though, Robert? Or are we just not collectively as a team having good at-bats here? I don't know if I want to give Arrighetti all the credit. Like right there, that pitch, he wanted to hit the bottom of the corner on the outside zone, on the outside the plate, and he missed the target. This is 2-2 now on Rutschman. 1 out, nobody on top or bottom of the 4th. God damn it. I can't talk today. The 2-2 to Adley is low, and it goes all the way to the backstop, bounces off the brick, and comes back toward the batter's box. Hello, Nicholas. Arrighetti. Just 55 pitches with 1 out in the 4th. We're not even making him sweat all that much. Pop straight up, uppercut swing. This one will get out of play. It's like watching Willie Mays Hayes, Wesley Snipes in Major League in the batting cage. Just hitting the top of the cage. I want you to get down and give me 30 push-ups every time you hit a fly ball. That one's hit in the air. This one could dunk in, and it will. Adley Rutschman hits a pitching wedge into center field for a base hit. There you go, buddy. You see? Just serve it, man. Just serve it somewhere. Adley Rutschman gets on. See, the reason why this uppercut swing worked is because he didn't hit it on a good part of the bat. He got it off the middle of the bat, so it just sort of dunked out there. Here's Ryan Mountcastle.
Okay, mount up.
And he takes a pitch low for ball 1. That's just the 3rd hit of the game for the Orioles. The other 2 were doubles by Gunnar and the man right here at the plate, Ryan Mountcastle. So if Mountie can... we got a meeting on the mound right here. Yeah, that really does look like my golf swing at a par 3 course. That last swing by Adley. Folks, I can't hit a driver with a damn, but you want to go play par 3 with me somewhere? Let's go. My iron game is on point. Putting is mediocre. But I can't drive with a damn off a tee. I stink. Here's a called strike to Ryan Mountcastle. 1-1 now. Runner at first with 1 down. Mountie, man, give me a long ball, buddy. Come on, it's been such a long time. That one's popped up and gonna get out of play, thankfully. Still 1-2. Oh, yeah, Nicholas, I used to live in Myrtle Beach, You know, in Myrtle Beach, they only have about 200 courses in the greater area, and probably about half a dozen par threes. So that's where I worked on my par 3 game, living in Myrtle Beach for a couple of years. This pitch is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Come on now. Yeah, there are a lot of putt-putt golf courses in Myrtle Beach as well. I mean, pretty much every other block. Stuff was hilarious. All right, come on, Mountie. 2-2 pitch coming. That one swung on, and he got a piece. My goodness, I thought he was not going to get a piece of it. A rising fastball. That's probably Arrighetti's best pitch in my humble view. Fastball goes about 95 miles an hour, but it really does just start like middle of the plate and just shoots upward above the zone. 2-2 pitch. And there's another. It's on the outside part of the plate. Mountie hits it pretty well, but just couldn't get enough of the bat head on it. He's going to fly out just short of the track to right field. It's not a bad approach on that swing. The pitch was away. He went with it. But just couldn't get enough on it to do more than fly out on the edge of the track there. Here's Jackson Holliday, folks. Man, you want to talk about due for some magic. Come on, Jackson. First pitch. Curveball, grounded foul off to the right. Damn it, he couldn't square that up. That might be the best pitch he gets in this sequence. We've got Rutschman at first base with 2 down. Jackson Holliday at the plate. The 0-1 to him is, God damn, man. Upstairs with that rising fastball, Holliday took the worst swing you've seen all night. Just what? I mean, you want to talk about pot committed. You can't be that committed when you're not on 2 strikes. Now you're on 2 strikes. Now you got to protect. Now I get it. This pitch is low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. But, man, before you get to 2 strikes, a swing like that is not acceptable. I'm sorry. That's something he's got to work on. I'm sure he'll figure it out. 1-2 the count. This pitch is off the plate. 2-2. 2-2 the count. Come on, Jackson. Just, again, let's get down to basics, buddy. Let's get down to basics. Arrighetti up to 67 pitches. He's had to work a little bit in this inning, but we just have the runner at first with 2 down. Here's a foul ball. We're going to do it again. So, yeah, the Arrighetti pitch count is starting to become a factor here for him. 2 pitches away from 70 while we're in the 4th. Another 2-2 to Holliday. Here it comes. And he lays off a pitch low. Nice job, Jackson. Nice job. There's been a couple of pitches since getting to 2 strikes that Jackson could have taken a bad swing on, but he hasn't. He's hung in there, and the count is full. Let's go, folks. Runner will be off with the pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss on the curve, and the inning is over. Spencer Arrighetti with 4 shutout innings of the Baltimore Orioles. We head to the 5th, 2-0 Houston. They don't even have Jeremy Pena tonight in the lineup. Come on, man. We got Corbin Burnes. Wake up! Normally I wait until we're hitting, but screw it. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry to do this to you. I'm sorry. I've seen enough. Like and subscribe or something. Yeah, so whoever was asking about those binoculars, guess what? Hit the join button below, and for what works out to about 17 cents a ball game, you can support the channel, get yourself some binoculars, and access to some special emojis, like the Tony Tater Tot, or the Colton Cowser Milkman. This is so stupid. I really don't like advertising these things because I don't have a whole lot to offer you guys. I mean, it's just little emojis. They're meaningless for me. I just, it's just a way to support the channel and have a little something that would recognize that you do. And those who are Magic members, hang in there, because if we do get to 2,000, I think, hey, PAS, are you still around? I think when you get to 2,000, you get access to some extra emojis, like another extra 5. All right. We got Whitcomb at the plate. We got Burnes on the mound. First pitch is strike 1. Top of the 5th, 2-0 Astros. Shea Whitcomb, 0 for 1. He grounded out into that double play back in the 3rd. There is a called strike at the bottom of the zone, and the count is 0-2. I got to make some merch. We'll see. I think I'm going to spend the off season just worried about upgrading the channel, getting all the right equipment and the right setup, making the whole presentation better. Here's a pitch in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Maybe sometime during the season next year, if the channel is still growing healthy, I'll think about something like that. I need to come up with a design, though. I really do want a nice Birdwatcher logo. Something that's kind of amusing and clever. This pitch is popped up off to the right and out of play. Still 1-2 on Whitcomb, leading it off in the top of the 5th. I can't get top or bottom right today. That's what she said. Anyway, 1-2 the count. Here's one hit on the ground. Diving stop by Arias. He gets up, throws to first in time. Hell of a play there by Ramon.
Besides that, it's all in the reflexes.
That's right. It's all in the reflexes. This ball was a hit on a bounce. Pretty hard to third. Arias a diving stop. He does that pop and spin and an accurate throw to get the out. Ramon, 1 down, nobody on. Here's Dubon. Mauricio Dubon. I'll take it shaken, not stirred. Boom. Dubon. The 1-0 to Dubon is swung and a missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dubon struck out his first time up. The 1-1 pitch is a curveball popped up weakly on the infield. Coming in is Mountcastle, and foul ground makes the catch. 2 down. Burnes is doing his part. Unfortunately, just one mistake. A pitching to Alvarez to start that 2-run rally. I mean, I can't say that they wouldn't have scored. But all I know is Jordan got it started. And that was the first hit of the damn game. And the next guy up hit that ground ball. He wound up beating out the double play, but, you know, you get the idea. That's what you wanted. You wanted to put Jordan on and then get that ground ball. Here's Jose Altuve up for the third time tonight. 0 for 1 lined out in the first. He walked his last time and scored in that 2-run rally in the last inning. This pitch is a called strike. Wow. Rutschman wasn't even set up on the inside. He had to reach what looked to be off the plate to catch it, but the umpire calls it a strike. 1-1 the count. And the next pitch, Altuve gets into one to left center, but a lot of real estate out there. Mullins, this one's hit closer towards center than I thought. He makes the catch. And the inning is over. Solid inning from Burnes. He's got the one mark on his night so far tonight, that 2 spot. But if our offense against Arrighetti, I mean, look, I get it. If Framber Valdez was pitching and he was, lights out or whatever, that's one thing, and we got to face him in a couple of days. We got another tough guy tomorrow. And who is it? Hunter Brown? Who is it? What do we got tomorrow? Another tough guy. This is the easy guy. And a right-hander, might I add. We've been facing a lot of lefties lately, and I get the feeling that against lefties, we're just not quite as good offensively. But how do we do it, man? I got the hat on. This is the first inning that we're coming up to hit with the hat on. So just keep that in mind. We had a 1-2-3 inning there from Burnesy. So far, the hat. And also keep in mind, 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up. And that one hitter has struck out on 6 pitches twice. 2 strikeouts on 6 total pitches. Colton Cowser. So I'm really putting my reputation on the line here. Let's get some offense going with this part of the order due up anyway. I should probably bring up some out-of-town scores. I think it's a light night, right? This is a off day for a lot of teams, plus a lot of games that have already been played. Here we go. Earlier today, the Nationals beat the Rockies in a game no one cares about, 8-3. Yankees shut out the Guardians 6-0. Cardinals shut out the Brewers 3-0. Cubs all over the Tigers 10-2. The A's continue to play very well. They beat Tampa 3-1. Pirates with a touchdown over the Reds. So that's Steelers 7, Bengals nothing. Blue Jays up 5-0 on the Angels in another who cares game. And the Braves up 2-1 on the Phillies. That game's about halfway through. One game left to go. Oh, would you looky here? Looks like I'm going to hook my friend PAS up tonight. There is one late game, and it's the Mets. And this is great because after my game, I can go in there, despite the fact that we lost 2 out of 3 to the Mets. I can go right in there and still just talk a bunch of gobbledygook with the Mets game. Here's Mullins. First pitch is a ball 1. Next pitch is foul back. Why did Mullins swing at that 3-0 pitch earlier? Could somebody please help your boy? Somebody please help your boy out. It's Padres, Mets. Wait a minute. You got more than one of these. All right, I'll do it later when the game's actually started. This pitch is on the outside edge, called a strike. 1-2 on said Mullins. Leading it off here in the bottom of the 5th, the Orioles trying to just get some continuity here. Just some semblance of, a few guys managing to string something together. A terrible swing and a strikeout from Mullins. Jesus Christ. I need a lucky. I need a lucky, man. I need a lucky, man. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, come on. Be effective. B-E, effective. Ramon Arias at the plate.
I have a brother.
All right. I have an ulcer. We both have. Hey, Arias gets into one left field. Keep going back. Alvarez makes a running catch right into the triangle near the splash zone. Are you kidding me? Alvarez chases it down. Damn. I mean, tough luck. Deepest part of the... It's the deepest left center field gap in baseball. Urias hits it there, and Alvarez gave himself just enough room. He was positioned perfectly to be able to get this ball. Hot damn. It's probably on the track. Colton Cowser's back up. Folks, if you want to make a t-shirt or a bumper sticker, I want probably on the track. Or probably 10 feet from the... probably 10 feet or whatever the hell it was. It's 1-1 right now on Cowser. I don't know what's going on. I'm delirious. Folks, I said I'd be a pilot. I never said I wouldn't be a drunk pilot. This one is swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Some pilots drink. All right. Obviously, your boy is a little bit sauced. 0-2 the count on Cowser. Excuse me, 1-2 the count. This one's hit left side and gonna get out of play. Oh boy, hold on. I gotta honk the horn. Hold on here. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Cowser. Jesus Christ almighty. He struck out 3 times. We have made Spencer Arrighetti look like Bob Feller. What the hell's going on here? Ah, boy. This is the single worst night at the plate I've ever seen for Colton Cowser. And he slumped for like, what, 2 straight months before he finally got it back together? At no time in that 2-month stretch have I seen 3 ABs back to back to back as miserable as the 3 tonight. I don't know what's going on with Cowser. Jesus. Now we got to get through the heart of the order again. Save for Altuve. Burnes will be out there to do it. He'll be able to get through this tough part of the order for us one more time, but that's probably it. Next time this order comes up later in the game, it'll be our bullpen. We've got to get some runs. Bloody horrible. I know, guys. Just a spark, folks. A spark. You know how it is in baseball. Slumps like this, collectively as a team, they don't last forever. Something happens. One moment. Some catalyst. It's always something. You know? That's why I love that scene from the movie The Natural. You know, when Roy Hobbs goes in that slump and then he's in Chicago and Glenn Close, who they used to, be an item or whatever when they were, she's at the ball game. She just stands up in the crowd, just a lady in a white hat. Roy Hobbs sees it. He doesn't make her out, but he just sees some lady standing up and in a show of support for a guy who at the time was slumping really, really bad. And then Roy Hobbs, it just clicked. It just clicked. Now, that's some movie crap, right? But I'm just saying. We need a moment. We need a spark. Here's Alex Bregman. He takes a curveball in the dirt for ball 1. 0 for 2 tonight. It could be just somebody saying the right thing right now in the dugout to everybody else. Who knows? This ball is chopped foul off to the left. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, it does feel like a lack of confidence. It's not a lack of trying. It's not a lack of heart. It's a lack of confidence more than anything. And maybe just trying to do too much to get out of it. And this one is hit off the end of the bat. That one's going to bloop in for a base hit left field by Bregman. Ah, man, more bad luck. This is another leadoff man on. And he did not square this ball up whatsoever. This is pretty much off the middle of the bat. A doinker. And Bregman's on with Alvarez up next. You can't pitch around. See, this is a spot where I say, well, you can't pitch around Alvarez. Nobody out, runner at first. You got to pitch to him. This is a spot where you do. Earlier in the game, there was a spot where you didn't. But we did. This pitch is a curveball off the plate for ball 1 to Alvarez. 1 for 2 with an RBI single back in that 4th inning that I'm referring to. Hitting .308 on the season, 25 home runs. .1-0 pitch is just a bit inside apparently. It was inside. Again, we're watching. I'm watching anyway, and I'm assuming if it's a nationally televised game, you're all watching this. If you are on the Fox telecast, they keep that strike zone, that transparent zone, very, very tough to see. As this curveball is low. 3-0 on Alvarez. So now we're gonna walk. Now we're pitching around him. Now we're pitching around Alvarez. What are we doing? 3-0. If he winds up walking him now, Burnes checks on the runner at first, Bregman. Though with a 3-0 count, even as poorly as Burnes is at holding runners, I wouldn't be running anybody until at least got to 3-1, especially with a hitter like Alvarez up there. 3-0 pitch is right down the gut, 3-1. Burnes is on 76 pitches. Nobody out here in the 6th. Gave up a 2 spot in the 4th. Otherwise has been pretty solid tonight. Has had a few walks. This ball's hit on the ground, right side, and Mountcastle goes to second for 1. Gunner back to first, but who's covering the bag? I think it's Burnes, unable to beat the runner. So that is going to go down as a fielder's choice for Alvarez. Nice attempt there. Mountcastle with a solid throw to second. That's the toughest part of this sort of double play is throwing the runner out going to second, because normally there's not much of a throwing lane for the first baseman. You got that runner running straight down the line between you and the target you're trying to throw to. Mountcastle with a great throw down there. Return throw a little bit late. 1 out, runner at first for Yainar Diaz, who's 0 for 2 tonight. And he gets a liner, base hit over the glove of Gunnar Henderson into left field. 5th hit of the night off of Burnes. 2 on now with 1 out. The Astros are threatening again. However, we are now into the bottom part of their order. And we've still got Burnesy out there. He's going to try to fight through this. He's only on 78 pitches. Hell, a quick double play ball here. He can give us another inning, no problem. But we got to get this guy. Victor Caratini at the plate, 1 for 2. Curveball low, ball 1. I haven't even lit up my lucky yet. What am I doing? I opened up my door to have a lucky. And I haven't even had my lucky. Just wasting energy here. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the right. 1 ball, 1 strike. First and second, one out. 2-0 Houston in the top of the sixth. 1-1 pitch to Victor Caratini coming in. Curveball hit on the ground. First baseman Mounty goes to second. And no return throw. Gunnar holds on to the baseball. Probably a smart idea. That was a slow developing double play possibility. And Gunnar was more concerned, I think, with the runner at third, thinking about trying to turn and go all the way home if they try to do anything with first base. So we get the second out, the middle runner, first and third, 2 down. Burnes still with a chance to get out of this inning without giving up any runs here. We're gonna go after Ben Gamble here. Ben Gamble coming up. First pitch to Gamble, fouled away. A cutter at 97. So Burnes still looks like he's got plenty in the tank here. Oh, 1 count. Throw back to first. And standing is Caratini. Now, I know Burnes can't keep runners on, but I don't think Victor Caratini is a stolen base candidate, especially with runners at first and third. The 0-1 pitch is framed, but we can't get the call. It looks about an inch off the plate outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tell you what. Man, Adley did a good frame job on that. Why can't we ever get that call? 1-1 pitch outside. No framing you can do with that one. 2 balls and 1 strike. All right, we got to lock in here. Two and 1 the count. First and third, 2 down. Pitch number 85 on the night for Burnes. That one is a fastball fouled away. A cutter, of course. Burnes does not throw the traditional fastball. He took that out of his arsenal. That's what made him such a good pitcher. It's all about that cutter. All about that thang. We got a 2-2 count. 1 more strike. Come on, Burnesy. Oh, that one's way outside. Curveball that just got out of his hand bad. Never had a chance. Hitter never had a reason to go after it. We got a full count now. Runner at first will be off with this next pitch. Here it comes. That ball is sprayed into right for a base hit. 1 run scores. Caratini will go first to third because he was off with the pitch. And it's 3-0 Houston now. Man, oh man, oh man. I tell you what. It's just tough. If our offense was doing okay, I would not be freaking out. But, man, 3 runs down now. Still first and third, 2 down. First pitch here to, is it Myers at the plate? He takes low for ball 1. Jake Myers walked back in the third. .228 average on the season. How you doing, Soren? He lays a bunt down, and it's a good one. Burnes throws it away, all the way down the right field line. 1 run is in. Runners will stop at second and third, and this has absolutely gone off the rails. I mean, if that isn't a slap in our face, I don't know what is. Dude lays down a bunt. A 2-out bunt. Burnes throws it away. 4-0 Houston. 2 down, runners at second and third. First pitch is fouled back by Whitcomb. Oh, and 1 the count. Next pitch, low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hang in there, folks. If it's as bad as this, by the time we get to the 8th, you know what we'll do. The 1-1 pitch is called a strike. 1-2 the count now. 92 pitches for Burnes. Element of surprise. And you know what, Robert? I wish we had that. I wish we had that element. We don't. This pitch is off the plate, low and away, and the count is 2-2. Burnes is sweating out there. And I mean that literally. And figuratively. Second and third, 2 down, 2-2 count to Whitcomb. Pitch. Line drive, base hit in the gap. 2 runs will score. 6-0 Houston. Folks, the earmuff eighth inning will be in effect. Just wait it out, I guess. I don't know. Corbin Burnes is leaving the ball game. Matt Bowman, just called up, is going to come in. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm hating it. Hey, you know what really gets under my skin is that we lost 2 out of 3 to the Mets. We lost 2 out of 3 to a team that has Grimace for their good luck charm. And you know who threw out the first pitch yesterday? Do you want to know who threw out the first pitch at a Mets game? The Hawk Tua girl. The Hawk Tua girl. We should have won that game based on that alone. Jesus Christ. Yes way. First pitch thrown in yesterday's ball game. Look it up, folks. The Hawk Tua girl. In Grimace. You kidding me? Are you out of here, Bill? What's going on, buddy? Did I say something bad? Did I speak out of turn? I'm just trying to, I'm trying to hang in there. The man. Oh, it's your birthday. Well, happy birthday, Bill. Honestly, something to enjoy. The Hawk Tua girl. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Folks, we're living in a world right now where we got like untalented celebrities singing terrible national anthems and making an absolute farce out of our anthem. Can we please go back to the old days where just some random, like, nice old lady that might work in your local high school cafeteria just come out there and sing it like a regular person? Here's a ground ball to Gunnar Henderson. He goes to first, inning over. 1 pitch, Bowman ends the inning. Can we do that? Can we save the spectacle of sport for everything else but the national anthem? Can we just treat it like what it's supposed to be? Something with a little bit of reverence? I don't know, just a thought. So we got that, and now we got first pitches getting thrown out by the Hawk Tua girl. What the hell's going on, people? Can we get our act together, honestly? Whitney Houston, great national anthem. What was it? Super Bowl 1990? What was it? Bills and somebody? That national anthem is akin to Jaws. Jaws, great movie. Whitney Houston's national anthem, great. Problem is, ever since, everybody wants to do the same thing. You got a great summer movie, blockbuster. Now we got to have a bunch of dumb blockbuster summer movies that are nowhere near as good as Jaws for the last 50 years. Now we've had 35 years of bad national anthems. I'm sorry, I'm just getting some stuff off my chest. I don't know. I don't care what Whitney was doing that night. She nailed it. I think it was a lip sync. I don't care. Still crushed it. It's still the anthem to hold above, to measure any other anthem ever sung to on a cultural relevance level, I guess. I don't know, folks. God, I'm just so frustrated right now. I knew this is going to be the toughest week coming up, man. Houston and the Dodgers, man. But I was thinking this matchup, Corbin Burnes versus Arrighetti, and I was worried. I'm like, man, if we don't win this game, that is a bad sign. I didn't think it'd go like this. Burnes getting lit up and the offense doing nothing. Come on now, folks. We got to show some fight. All right, we're ready to go. Anthony Santander.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
Bottom of the sixth, first pitch is a called strike. Arrighetti's out there. That was pitch number 82 on the night. 0-1 is low and away. 1-1 the count. Down 6. Just show me something, guys. I don't know if we can come back down 6. Just show me something. That one's taken for a called strike. 1-2 the count on Santander. Props to all you Oriole fans still putting them taters up in the chat. Good on you. Here's the pitch, swung on, and that is a chopper that's going to be fair down the first base side and an easy out as Diaz just picks it up and tags the bag. That's it, 1 out. Gunnar Henderson's up next.
His name's Gunnar and he's dating my mom.
One more home run will tie Gunnar Henderson for the most ever hit by a shortstop in Orioles history. He'll be tied with 2 others, Cal Ripken Jr. and Miguel Tejada. Go, Tiger Stros. Just wanted to check in. Inspiring you to start a channel. That's fantastic, dude. This pitch is off the plate for ball 1. Gunnar's 1 for 2 tonight. He had that double his first time up. The 1-0. That's inside, 2-0. Come on, Gunnar. Start the rally. You got to start it, man. It's got to be you. 87 pitches from Arrighetti. Here's a called strike at the very top of the zone. And I think they just messed up the count. Is it 2-1 or 1-2? 2-1 the count. Okay. 2-1 the count. I like your math, the man. I like it. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a little tapper and foul just to the left of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Gunnar Henderson. Adley Rutschman will hit next. 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Houston. No runs, just 3 hits and an error for Baltimore. The 2-2. And Gunnar lays off a pitch outside. The count has gone full. I mean, I don't know how many times I'll be able to hit this tonight. So I'll just hit it right now. Payoff pitch. Breaking ball. You're calling that a strike? Oh, that might have caught it. I don't know. That is, Gunnar doesn't like it. Jeez Louise.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you
Called
shoveling?
strike 3. That ball did tail back toward the outside corner, right at the top of the zone. And, yeah, that is good. That is a perfect curveball on the back door from Arrighetti. Damn. Unbelievable. Oh, Ryan O'Hearn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
We got a 1-0 count on O'Hearn. 2 down, nobody on. Pitch. Off the plate outside, 2-0. Chilo, I think we can make that happen, and I'll tell you how. 2-0 pitch. Pop straight up. This is going to end the inning. Third base side. Whitcomb makes the catch. The Orioles are flummoxed by Spencer Arrighetti. We just got our asses handed to us by Chef Boyardee. We go to the 7th. All right, look, folks. Here's the deal. You guys might have heard about the Mariners manager getting fired. You know why? Because they've just tanked. They're back to just being a 500 club. Right now, the Minnesota Twins and the Kansas City Royals and us, since we are currently behind the Yankees, are very, very much in control of the 3 wild card spots. The only team that's kind of within range are the Red Sox. And I believe at the moment we've got like a 6-game lead on them. Not to mention we've already clinched the season series with them, even if we were to go and get swept by them in the final 3-game series this season. In other words, folks, as long as we don't start playing like 400 baseball the rest of the way, I think we're still getting into this thing, okay? And right now we're probably going through the toughest week we're going to face until we get into the playoffs. So it's going to get ugly before it gets better, in all likelihood, during this next week. But after this week, once we start September, once we've had a nice week of playing back-to-back the White Sox and the Rockies, and then we start seeing Danny Coulomb come back. Eflin should be back. Grayson hopefully coming back not long after. Westberg potentially back before the season's over. If we can get all those guys up and running and strengthen up this team, all that's left to do are 2 things. 1, we got to figure out who the hell we're going to turn to in the 9th inning, because right now I don't know who the hell it is. And 2, this offense, which really, it's up to Adley Rutschman. I'm telling you right now, if Adley can get it going, I really think everything is just going to start clicking. I really do. For me, if you want to try to figure out one thing that'll make it work, I think that's the one thing. Altuve at the plate. First pitch is a strike from Bowman. Oh, next pitch is a sweeper, and Altuve took a cut at a pitch that was 1.5 feet away from his bat. 0-2 the count. Yeah, Wally, I get it. Twins and Royals are right behind us. If we have a terrible week, we could be in the third spot. But my point is, that's still a spot. Here's a ball hit softly to first. Nice flip to the pitcher covering from Mountie. And they just beat the speedy Altuve for the first out here in the top of the 7th. This team is done. Well, what are you here for, Gaming Kitchen? If that's your take, I got to ask. Are you here just for the thrill of watching a team with no chance? I'm curious. Here's Alex Bregman, 1 for 3 tonight, and he looks at a called strike. Oh, and 1 the count. But you're still seeing it. You're here. I mean, just for your own mental health. I mean, it's either you hang with the tough times, like a fan should, and root this team on until there's no breath left to breathe, or maybe take a step back and don't let this hurt you, man. I don't want to see anybody losing their minds here. 2-1 the count. I mean, frustration is one thing. Giving up entirely is another. Here's a 2-1 pitch. And that is a called strike on the outside corner. 2-2 the count. Well, Gaming Kitchen, that's an honest reply, and I respect that. I'm just trying to do my job, buddy, which is try to keep folks, hanging in there. There's a called strike 3. Bregman strikes out.
Besides that, it's on the reflexes.
Whoops, wrong button. Sorry, Jack Burden. I didn't mean to go into you.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
There we go. 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Base is empty. And that'll bring up Yordan Alvarez. First pitch to him is upstairs. 1-0 the count. Yordan 1 for 3 with that RBI single. No need to go over that again. Here's a pitch popped up and behind the plate, out of play. Who is that? Dubin. Right-hander, number 66. Got another big, thick ginger beard. This guy looks just like Colin Selby. They're cloning these people. Folks, I don't know what's going on. This pitch is inside. 2-1 on Alvarez. Fitzy, you got some magic to give to us in the chat?
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
2-1 pitch. Swung on and grounded foul off to the right. 2-2. Hey, Soren, I don't need you telling people where else to go to watch. Just at least add in after BW stream. Come on, help me out here, buddy. 2-2 pitch. This one's hit in the air to left, backing up his Cowser, but he's got plenty of room, makes the catch, inning over. Matt Bowman's come in and gotten 4 outs rather easily. That's encouraging. And Arrighetti's night is over. Dubin is coming in for the Astros, right-hander. So there you go, folks. We've got 9 outs to play with. For whatever reason, we couldn't get to Spencer Arrighetti, but you never know. They bring out some arm. They might not have it, and if they don't, we got to pounce. Even still, man, just, you got to. Boys, show me something. Show me something. Oh, by the way, folks, you know what it is. It's 7th inning stretch time. Get up and move around a little bit. I think some of you guys could probably use a stretch. You know what I mean? Get up and get that blood flowing, all right? By the way, if you happen to walk by the kitchen, Would you mind throwing some cakes on the griddle? Get them cakes up in the chat, folks. And hey, may I please appeal to those who are watching right now that have not hit the like button.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Hey, if you're watching along right now, I'm glad you are. I'm sorry this game isn't going so great if you're an Orioles fan, but if you do like the content, if you do like a place to hang out and watch the Orioles game in and game out, do think about hitting that like button right below. It helps out the channel. It lets YouTube know that this is a channel that deserves to be seen by more eyes, you know? Folks, I get a few thousand in here on a regular basis, but I want to reach, I don't know, add another 0. I want 30,000 people with a chance to see what's going on. And the only way that's going to happen is with help from the community. Watchers like you, all you got to do is tap that like button right there. It's a thumb. It's pointing up. It'll turn bright white, and your job is done. Sit back and enjoy the rest of the ball game as much as you can, given tonight's current score.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
Do we have a defensive replacement? Why did I just get a shot of the left fielder there? Yeah, we've got a defensive replacement. Alvarez no longer in left field. He just made, he was just up, so I guess they're going to just remove him from the ball game. I guess we'll see it pop up here momentarily. Adley Rutschman at the plate, excuse me.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
He's got an 0-1 count already, and now Dubin throws a what looks like a curveball low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rutschman at the plate, 1 for 2. He had a bloop shot his last time up. This pitch is fouled off. He chased one outside, and looks like on the swing, Adley did something to one of his fingertips. And he asks for time. So great. Now he's up there with what looks like his right hand. One of his fingers on his right hand is probably bothering him right now. 1-2 pitch. Curveball off the plate. And the count even up at 2-2. They still haven't shown us the replacement, but I swear somebody's in left field in replace of Yordan Alvarez. We'll check back on it in a minute. 2-2 count on Rutschman, leading it off in the bottom of the 7th. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Arrighetti tonight, 6 innings, did not give up a run, 1 walk, 3 hits, struck out 6. Again, that's a schoolboy pitching line. Okay, here's Ryan Mountcastle.
Okay, mount up.
He fouls one off to the right, 0-1. We did it again. We allowed another mediocre pitcher to pitch their best game of the season against us. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Morning to you. Well, now your comment just went away. This ball is hit softly, foul, third base side. Still 0-2 on Mountcastle here. He's got a double tonight. Just 3 hits still for the Orioles. 2 of them came in the first 2 innings on doubles by Gunnar and Mountie. Since then, it's just a bloop hit from Adley. That is it for this offense. Oh, 2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased a sweeper that fell out of the zone on the outside by a foot or so. 2 down. Folks, this is just like getting stabbed over and over again with like a tiny needle. This is just really, this is becoming, you know. And what happened? Is that a pitching change or we just make the final out on one pitch? Because I had to refresh my game. Inning over. Wow. So Jackson Holliday grounded out on one pitch. There's your inning. There's your big 7th inning rally. Folks, it's the 8th inning. It's the earmuff 8th. Sound off if you'd like. I don't give a shit. My God, imagine going to this game. Imagine being at this game right now. Oh, I would be so insane. I'd still be there. I wouldn't be leaving. But man, I would be chirping right now. Do not get within 15 feet of BW. I mean, first of all, Corbin Burnes. I mean, we had to think his last outing. We're like, you got to chalk that up with like, all right, I mean, even the best guys, the top guys, top arms in the league, year in and year out, they're going to throw 1 or 2 clunkers. I just wasn't expecting back-to-back clunkers. God, this was the game that was supposed to be like, all right, we got this one. Of the 4 I'm looking at, this is the one that I can just say, all right. And that's great because it's the first one. It can set a tone. Maybe it'll help give us a little confidence where we can get a split. Maybe even think about going for 3. But how do we bounce back from this? If we don't at least put up a fight before it's over. I mean, look. If we lose, we lose. But we have to show something before this game is over. Because how the hell do you come out tomorrow feeling good about your chances? Unless you do something here tonight. Great. I'm seeing a compilation of children in the audience, and they're all looking at their phones. Great. Gregory Soto on the pitch. First pitch is fouled away. Well, if there is ever a spot for this guy, it's now. Down 6-zip. It's Yainar Diaz at the plate. This pitch is a called strike. A sweeper on the outside corner. Nice pitch there by Soto. I'll give him credit where it's due. 0-2 the count. And wow, 98 cheese, way above the zone, and Diaz went after it. He strikes out. All right, Gregory Soto. Folks, what if the biggest bright spot of the night is Gregory Soto? That's when you know things are bad.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Since the 9th of May, the Houston Astros have the best record in Major League Baseball, 56-34. Just throwing that out there. That's why I wanted this game so much. Our ace against their last guy in the rotation. This was the one we needed. How are the next 3 going to go? It's worrisome. This pitch is a called strike. 1-1 now on Victor Caratini. 1 for 3 tonight. Here's a slider that comes back over the zone. 1-2 the count. I got a feeling Gregory Soto is probably really good in low leverage spots like this. Like if you let him come into a ball game where nothing really matters, you'll probably see the best you can get out of him. 1-2 pitch, and there's a foul ball. Or is that a strikeout? Wow, that pitch was low and in on a slider. Carantini missed it entirely. Ball was never caught. So back-to-back strikeouts for Soto. Again, the best he's looked since he's become an Oriole.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Perfect timing. Oh, not to mention there's no Kyle Tucker in this lineup either. Can we mention that? This is a non-Kyle Tucker team. No Pena in the lineup. Ben Gamble at the plate. Want to know the count on him. This pitch is a strike at 97. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shock 21. What even have they been? I don't know. You got to be something. You tell me. What were they? It's got to be something. You can't be nothing. Something exists. 2-2 the count after a check swing. This pitch is low and outside, and the count has gone full. We are the Chicago White Sox? Okay. Makes sense. Here is the 3-2, and that is a little bit low for ball 4. Again, I'm not even going to justify an interaction with something that ridiculous. It's just, come on. I just explained, folks. I mean, what is the purpose? I get it. We're going to sit here and we've got our asses handed to us, barring a miracle comeback. So we're going to spend the rest of this night doing what? Right? Haven't we already talked about how we're going to, one way or another get into the playoffs? How, once we get some of these healthy players back, it's going to really help things out. And how it really comes down to 2 things. Who's going to close, and can Rutschman get his act together? Because I think if we can answer those 2 questions, I think we can get into the playoffs, and I think we can have a shot. That's it. Everything else right now is just, this sucks, and if you want to pile on, you can pile on all night long. This ball might have hit the batter, Jake Myers, and he has taken off his equipment, and he will take first base. Soto hits a batter. So he got the first 2 outs, and now a walk and a hit batter for Soto. Okay, 4 games under 500. That's not good, but it's also not, based on how this league is this season. I mean, take a look around. If we play 500 ball the rest of the way, we're 20 games above 500 at the end of the season. We're 91 and 71. That's getting into the playoffs if we just play 500 ball. I'm not saying we're getting in with any sort of pizzazz, but if we're just talking about, crunching the numbers here and figuring it out, it would take a real collapse for this team to not make the playoffs. A huge collapse. So what are we saying? That we're a 500 team, or that we're like a 350 team? Because if we're a 350 team, I don't know what to tell you. I say we aren't. There's the final out of the inning. We're going to go to the bottom of the 8th now. Remember, folks, it's the earmuff 8th. If you got anything you need to say that normally Charm City Chat, if you need to just, get a bunch of 4-letter words out, you can go ahead and do it. Get it off your chest. It's a bad night. 8-9-1 due up for the Orioles. This is the part of the season that's just going to be tough for me. because, again, if this is part of what I'm doing, running a channel where I'm engaging with people and talking, I mean, I could sit here alone in my room, watch these games, and have the thoughts I'm having that I'm sharing with you just in my own head. And I'm not sitting here and hearing all of the, I mean, I could go easily to Twitter and see all the pessimism and whatever that I would want. It would take about 5 seconds, but that's really not my, it's not where I like to go for my content. But yeah, I mean, this is, this is the part of the season that's it's going to be rough. Every loss is going to hurt. Every time it looks like we don't have a chance. I get it. I get the frustration, folks. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to set up some kind of a thing where if we don't make the playoffs, I got to do something incredibly embarrassing or something? Because I'll do it. I'll put my ass on the line if you think this team isn't making the playoffs. What do you want me to do? You want me to shave my eyebrows or some damn thing? I'll do it. I don't care. Because I know I'm winning the bet. Because we're motoring. Yeah, motoring. Come on, people. Said Mullins at the plate.
Well said, now you know what to do.
First pitch is off the plate, ball one. It's true. 1-1. That's the count on said. I'm telling you, this team ain't dead. It'll be all right in a month. Hey, Fitz, don't worry. This is before your time. 2-1 pitch is a called strike. It's 2-2. Fitz, how dare you? You better apologize.
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
Breaking ball high, full count.
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
The payoff pitch. Low and in, ball 4.
I'm walking here.
And it begins. How does Genesis go? In the beginning there was a walk. All right, here we go. Ramon Arias at the plate. And he takes inside, way inside for ball one.
I have a brother.
We're going to be fine. I can't wait. You know what? I relish the idea that so many people are going to look at the Orioles as a team that makes the playoffs with no chance. Give me that title. Give me that underdog title and bring it. Is it still the earmuff 8th? It's the bottom of the 8th. Bring it the fuck on. Give me that title of team with no fucking chance in the playoffs. Give me it. I want it. I'll earn it. I will wear it. We're the underdogs. Fine. Let's go. 1-1 the count on Arias. Swing and a miss, 1-2. I don't give a shit. 41 years I'm waiting. You think I'm going to cash it in? You think I'm pushing in? You think I'm walking away from the table when I got a chip and a chair? Hells no. 1-2 the count. That's off the plate, 2-2. Nobody out, runner at first. Here's a shot of Mike Elias, and he looks like he needs a nap. Hot damn, he looks like he needs a nap. 2-2 the count. This pitch is off the plate. Full count. I don't know. I don't know. I'm in a mood now. I'm kind of in a weird mood. Payoff pitch. Swung on, foul back. We'll do it again. Dubin, the reliever for the Astros, up to 21 pitches. Full count here on Ramon Arias. Mullins at first. Don't know if he's going to take off on a full count, down 6. We'll see. Payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled back again. Arias hanging tough. Colton Cowser's on deck. He's in danger of getting a golden sombrero tonight if he doesn't figure it out his next time up. Payoff pitch. Swung on, reached for, popped up center field. Going to be the first out of the inning. Myers makes the catch. Here comes Cowser.
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
First pitch to Cowser. Taken for a called strike. Man, has Cowser seen a ball in any count tonight? He's behind 0-1. He's struck out 3 times already. Oh, yeah, folks. This earmuff 8th, after it's over, we go back to being good boys and girls. This pitch is off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Froggy, thank you for tolerating my earmuff 8th policy. Tonight, it was needed. I needed to address the fan base, and I needed to use a little bit of harsh language. The 1-1 pitch is a check swing. No swing, 2 balls and 1 strike on Cowser. This is the first time tonight he's been ahead in a count. Tip of the cap to you there, Card, a.k.a. Froggy. Folks, the mods here do such a great job. Be sure to thank them whenever you get a chance. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Come on, Cowser. He got a 3-1 count now. Tonight is your night, bro. What do you want to do with the 3-1 pitch? What would you like to do? It's coming in. The pitch. And that is outside, ball 4.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Folks, Anthony Santander is 1 swing away from cutting this 6-run lead in half. How about them apples? I think the Astros want to go to the bullpen. They're scared of Tony. They are scared of Tony. They're going to a high leverage guy. Abreu, the righty, it looks like. Right now, it's just a talk. So perhaps it will be one more batter. I mean, I don't know if anybody really brings in a new pitcher for Santander, because what do? You turn him around, he's still going to hit a home run off of you one way or the other, if he's in the mood. Folks, the Orioles have done diddly tonight, but we got 2 men on. And we got life. We're breathing. Tony walked back in the third, 0 for 2 otherwise. Dubin still out there on 28 pitches after that conference. Santander wiggling the bat, waiting on pitch 1. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. That pitch was low and away. Tony behind 0-1. That pitch started middle and just kept tailing away. Oh, and 1 the count. Pitch. Swing and a tapper, I should say, right at the plate. Foul ball 0-2. So Tony behind here 0-2 on Dubin, who's up to 30 pitches now. I can't tell you if he's the type of reliever that go more than 30 pitches often. If not, maybe we can get a pitch off him. 0-2, which is way up and away. That was nowhere near. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tony can do anything in any count. And he's a good bad ball hitter, so look out. 1-2 the count. That one's lifted. Into center. Oh, it's going to be short. About 2 steps in front of the track. Just to the right of dead center field. Santander flies out. Mullins will be able to tag and go to third. But now there are 2 away. We are still without a run on the night, and it's going to take a 2-out hit here from Gunnar to do something here in the 8th. It has to happen. This is it, folks. You got Gunnar up there with 2 men on, down 6. I mean, you got to do it here.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
Either we do something here, we give ourselves a chance, or this game is over after this batter. Come on, Gunnar. Pitch. Check swing. He went around. That pitch was in the dirt. 0-1 the count. BW, how do you feel about Burnes? Well, I'm concerned that it's back-to-back the worst 2 outings of his Orioles career. That's concerning. He had a lot of walks tonight. This pitch is off the outside edge for ball 1. 1-1 the count on Gunnar. Come on, folks. The 1-1. Low and away. Not close. 2 balls and a strike. Got to get something from this AB. Have to. Might as well be the 9th right now because this is it. Got to get something back. 2-1 the count. Pitch. Swung on. Hit in the air. Left side and out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Astros scored 2 in the 4th and 4 in the 6th to chase Corbin Burnes. Spencer Arrighetti pitched a gem. We let him have his best start of the season, I'm sure. But right now we've got at least a glimmer of hope on this pitch. And this one is swung on, hit to center, but right at the center fielder Myers, and this inning is over.
Big buck, stop it all.
We get a couple on, and that's it. We've had 3 hits tonight. It's been a bad night. We're going to the 9th, down 6. I mean, to follow up, folks, I get it. I absolutely get it. This is This is heartbreaking, okay? We go to New York. We lose 2 on walk-off home runs in the 9th. That hurts. And now we come home, and this is our showing in a series that we're already concerned about, and knowing that this is by far the best pitching matchup that we have in our favor, and this is how it's going. This is concerning. I get it. So go ahead and feel what you're feeling. I get it. I can't sit here and sugarcoat it tonight. All I can tell you is that you got to hang in there. Take it on the chin. If you've seen enough tonight and you want to check out, I understand. I just hope you're the kind of fan that knows you got to come back tomorrow and support your team. Folks, life moves pretty fast. I don't know how many seasons I got left to see, all right? I'll be blunt. I'm just being honest. I'd like to live to be old, but sources say otherwise. So for me, every season counts. I'm all in. I don't care. I'm not going anywhere. Yep, they got to get it together. Here's Nick Vespi out to pitch. He got called up today. Not sure how long we're going to keep him up. I got a hunch he might only make one appearance, and then Keegan Aiken rejoins the team. This pitch is up to Mauricio Dubon. Ball 1. We're in the 9th inning with the Astros at the plate and a 6-run lead. Dubon 0 for 3 on the night. 1-0 is low and in. Deflects off, I think, one of the leg guards on the catcher equipment there and bounced far away. 2-0 the count. This one's hit on the ground. Second base, Holiday over to first in time. Routine ground ball that Holiday makes without a problem, and I'm only pointing it out because, again, I'm concerned about Jackson Holiday's defense. Keeping an eye on him. 1 out here in the 9th. Jose Altuve takes a called strike on a curveball from Vespi. Altuve has been held to an 0 for 3. And how often do you get to say that about him? There's a called strike, 2 on a backdoor breaking ball. Nice pitch from Vespi to get ahead of Altuve 0-2. (0-2) pitch from Vespi. And a swing, and wow. A terrible AB there from Altuve. He strikes out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Vespi bounces a pitch in there, and Altuve went after it. Strikes out on 3 pitches. Wow, 2 down, nobody on. Ball 1 to Alex Bregman, 1 for 4 tonight. Next pitch is swung on and fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let me set up now. I think yeah, that game should be well on. Whoa, look out. I didn't want to do all that. I'm going to try to set up PAS over here. This pitch is a called strike. Top of the zone on the outside corner. 1-2 the count on Bregman. 2 down here in the 9th. Oh, wait a minute. Is PAS doing this game or not? Where the hell is it? It says upcoming. I thought it was already on. Oh, it starts like in 2 minutes, I think. All right, I'll get back to it. Somebody remind me, please, if I forget. 2-2 the count on Bregman with 2 down. I think that game will go on in just a minute or two, the broadcast. This pitch is in the dirt, and the count goes full on Bregman. 2 down, nobody on, top of the ninth for Houston. They are up 6-0 on us. First of 4 games at home, and then we hit the road out west. 3 in L.A. and then 3 in Colorado. This pitch is high, ball 4. Bregman gets a 2-out walk, and that is a bad 2-out walk when he got the likes of Yordan out. Oh, wait, Alvarez has been taken out of the game, I think. We'll see here. Oh, he is still in the game. Maybe they should. I must have seen something that was just a mirage. Yordan Alvarez is still in the game. He's up at the plate now with 2 down, runner at first. And he looks at a pitch that's a cutter on the inside corner for a called strike. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed on a slider by Vespi. Good pitch. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, we got people who like to make predictions here. I love that. You will be 4 games back next week, will we? All right. Thanks. Can you tell me what the weather is tomorrow, too? I'd like to know. 0-2 the count. And the pitch is popped up. Left side. Urias takes a look, and he tries to grab it up against the screen, but no dice. Urias gave it a shot. Just out of reach. 0-2 the count. What a weird comment that is. Swing and a miss. Alvarez strikes out. Nice job by Vespi.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Folks, I know you don't want to hear it, but our bullpen hasn't been so bad tonight. Matt Bowman, an inning and a third scoreless. Soto, a scoreless inning. Couple of strikeouts. Vespi there with a scoreless inning. 3 1/3 scoreless from the bullpen. What have we done in the meantime to make up ground? Zilch. So it's all on the offense tonight, folks. Corbin Burnes, yeah, it's a bad start. But hell, even if he did a normal Corbin Burnes, he can't win with 0 runs. Austin Slater is into the ball game, according to this, in right field. Ryan O'Hearn moves from right field into first base. So Slater has taken over. Ryan Mountcastle's out of the game. That might have happened in the previous half inning. My apologies for not catching it. All right, let's check one more time on this. Oh, actually, before that, one more appeal in case we're not there already. Well, we're over 100 likes. Thanks, folks. Anybody who hasn't hit the like button already, it'd be great if you did. The more the merrier. Why is it still not showing up as live? All right, I got to figure this out. So today is still the 22nd, right? Where you are? All right, so I think it's this game. Yeah, the 22nd, 8:31 a.m. It's already 8:45 a.m. Is there a rain delay or something? according to this game should be on right now, but it's still not. Oh, all right, I'm putting it in there, and I'll just let you guys know whenever I'm about to sign off. When I sign off, you'll see a little white box pop up. You click on that box, it'll take you on over to the Mets game, or I may be hanging out for a bit. I'm not sure. Caleb Ferguson is on for the Astros, lefty on lefty here with Ryan O'Hearn at the plate. So Ryan O'Hearn getting a rare chance against a lefty. First pitch is off the plate for ball one. Chas McCormick is into the ball game defensively in replace of Alvarez. So Alvarez eventually comes out for defensive purposes. This is a swing and a miss from O'Hearn, and the count is 1-1. The 1-1 is off the plate outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. O'Hearn is 0 for 3 tonight. Yesterday's game ended abruptly when he got tossed. This pitch is fouled away, 2-2. We're going to have to bat around, folks. We are down 6 in the 9th. Two count on O'Hearn. And this pitch is off the plate, 3-2. Man, do I know how to nurse a drink. Still got plenty left in the 9th. This pitch is popped up on the infield third base side, just in the foul ground, and Whitcomb makes the catch, 1 down in the 9th. Oh, the fuse is going out, folks. There's barely 1 ember in the campfire. Just 1 slightly glowing ember in this otherwise put out fire. We've got Adley Rutschman at the plate, 1 for 3 tonight. First pitch to him is a called strike, despite the fact Adley kind of moved out of the way as if it was inside. 0-1 the count. And the next pitch is a line drive, foul off to the left. 0-2. Long run for the ball girl there to go retrieve that foul ball. So just a few extra seconds here before we see another pitch. 0-2 on Rutschman, 1 out, nobody on. And the pitch is fouled away behind the plate. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Folks, be sure to stick around as soon as the game is over. I'll be doing a wrap-up. It won't be all that long. We might talk about things a bit, but again, I really don't think there's much to take away from this loss tonight, other than the problems that we have are just continuing to make themselves known. This pitch is hit in the right center field, and coming in, making the catch, if that's still Jake Myers out there, that is out number 2. Austin Slater's coming up for his first plate appearance of the night. I'll just work in one of these.
Hey, who are you kidding, Preppy?
Why not? 2 down in the 9th. Slater gets a chance to hit against a lefty here. And he takes high for ball 1. Yes, folks, no issues. The man, you know the deal. After the earmuff 8th, we go back to being charming in the Charm City chat. Even your boys trying to stick to these rules, and I like to have as few rules as possible, but I think it's one that's just healthy for the chat. in general and me. The 2-0 count here on Slater is outside, ball 3. 3-0. Should be taking all the way here. And Slater does, but that's called a strike. That was outside. And what are you going to do about it? I mean, couple inches off the plate on a 3-0 pitch. And that is a called strike. That one did catch the outside corner. Slater's fed up, and he's only just gotten into the game. I tell you what, folks, that game the other night, the umpire really was a part of the problem for that game. I'm not saying it doesn't fix any of the glaring problems that we've been talking about with our team, but that didn't help. And that was a game that we were in. We're not in this game. 2 down, full count on Austin Slater. And this pitch is swung on, popped up, right side, out of play. We'll do it again. Orioles down to their final strike. 6 runs down. They have not scored tonight against Spencer Arrighetti, who apparently I need to go rush to and pick up for my fantasy team. Payoff pitch is up and in. There's ball 4. Slater, a pinch hit. Well, I don't know. It's his first AB. He gets a walk.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
So a nice stat line for Slater tonight. 1 plate appearance, draws a walk. Here's Jackson Holliday, 0 for 3. I'd love to see him just do something, even if it means nothing for the outcome. First pitch to him, swings at it, fouls it back. Oh, and 1 on Holiday. Boy, my voice is shot. Pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground. That is a foul ball, first base side. Handled by the first baseman behind the bag, but it bounced foul before it hit his glove. So we've got 2 strikes now on Holiday. And I got a feeling we'll be wrapping this up here in a moment. The 0-2 is popped up. Center field. Can of corn. Ball game over. Myers with the catch. The Astros have taken the first game of a 4-game series here. They have now won 9 straight on the road. I did not realize they had come into tonight with an 8-game road winning streak. That is tough to think about. 9 straight road wins for Houston. 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Astros. No runs on 3 hits. 2 of them coming in the first 2 innings, and a bloop single by Adley, I think, in the 4th. I don't think we had a hit since the 4th inning. Just really bad. Really. This offense, this is rock bottom. This is absolute rock bottom right here. I thought maybe with Arrighetti, it just was a matter of time because Gunnar had that double in the first inning. Mountcastle had a double in the second inning. I'm thinking, okay, maybe just a little bit of bad luck, but we've squared him up a couple times. A couple of extra base hits. We got Corbin on the mound. As long as he keeps it to 2 or 3 runs, I think we got a good chance, but none of that happened. Corbin had, compared to the previous outing, 5 2/3, 8 hits, couple of walks, 6 runs, 1 was unearned, and just 2 strikeouts. Man, oh man, oh man. The bullpen was great. Tip your cap to them. But we couldn't do anything against the likes of Sean Dubin and Caleb Ferguson and Spencer Arrighetti. Folks, these 3 guys... These are like our versions of Cole Irvin, I don't know, Brian Baker and Soto. Like this is their B team. You know what I'm saying? Like if our offense is doing this tonight against this part of Houston's pitching staff, what the hell to expect coming up this weekend, man? I mean, something has got to go down between now and the next game tomorrow. And it's a Friday night, so it's going to be another night game, right? We're going to take a look at the matchup here in a sec. But, man, let me say something here. Somebody have a talk. Has there already been if there's already been, I don't know. I mean, Brandon, this is your job, dude. If you're not a tactician in the game, you got to be a troop rallier in the clubhouse, man. You got to say something. You gotta change something. You gotta ask somebody to step up or something. You gotta do something, man. I'm not seeing it tonight. That's what's got to change between now and October. I tell you what. All right, let's take a look at the game tomorrow. What can you say about a game like this tonight? It was awful. It was an awful experience. I love to inject a little bit of fun into every game. I don't care what the score is, but I was hard to even come up with anything fun tonight. All right, tomorrow. 7:05 p.m. first pitch. I will be on the air at 6:55 p.m. Eastern. The matchup, Hunter Brown. All right? You know, look at his record. Look at his stats. This is a level up from Spencer Arrighetti, at least according to the numbers. 11-7 record, an ERA under 4. You know, he's not elite. He's not an ace. But middle of the rotation guy with a winning record. And he does strike guys out 145 and 134 innings. Also 15 home runs, not too many over the course of that many innings. That's only about 1 per 9. So if we're counting on a home run ball from this guy, might only get 1. Need to do more than that. Cade Povich is going to be on the mound for the Orioles. 1-6 record. Wow, that is so bad. But, man, if you can throw all these numbers out the window, folks, if he pitches anything like he did last time out. You can throw all this junk out the window. Cade Povich, please. Whatever you did, whatever the routine was, whatever you did 5 days ago or whatever, please repeat it. Everything. Everything. We need it. So that's it, folks. I'm going to get on out of here and get some breakfast and rethink my life choices. Anybody got any parting words? I don't want to hear anything he has to say because it has no thought and no meaning. Who's that, Shock? You talk. Depression. Come on, Shock. Shock. Hang in there, buddy. Brandon, hi. Buddy, look, we gotta be realistic, man. Brandon Hyde's job is on the line. There's no doubt about it. Between the way this team's going right now and the way we perform in October, that is going to make or break Brandon Hyde's career with this team. But for now and for the rest of this season, he's not going anywhere. I know the Mariners went out and made a quick change, but in my humble view, at this stage of the season, it's just too late to turn to a new manager. It's just too late. So we gotta hope that things can work out with everything with what we got. And I'm rooting for Hyde because of that very reason. I'm rooting for the guy because he's our guy, and it's not going to change until at least the off season. So that's all I can think to do. It's tough to watch, though, some of these decisions in the game. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. Man, oh man, oh man. We need some magic. The hat. You got any words for this, man? I'm starting to feel, I don't want to use the D word that rhymes with clout or shout. But anyway, you can help me out a little bit more than this tomorrow if necessary. The hat. Because tonight, I got to tell you, results were not pretty. I mean, I get it. It's magic and all. I can't really have a say. But, I don't know. Let me know, the hat. If you need a refill on some magic, I'll hook you up. I'll go out to the store. I'm going to refill the hat. Let's just take this off. Put that back over there. Jeez Louise. I tell you what, folks. That was rough. Good night, everybody. Thanks, everybody in the Charm City chat for hanging around all game long, or if you were just hanging out for bits and pieces or to the bitter end, whatever the case may be. If you're hanging out, you're a fan, right? You're not giving up. You're not tuning out. You're here. That's a good sign. I guess I'm going to do something that probably will depress me a little more. I don't know. Whoa. All right. We almost got out of the 50s. Now we are on a pace where perhaps we won't get to 2,000 by the end of the weekend. I hope so. But we're up to 1958. We're now getting into, leave it to Beaver territory. So there you go. There it is. 42 from 2,000. All right, folks. You guys have a good rest of your Thursday night, best you can. Have a good rest of your Friday day. If you got to go out there and get that Friday out of your way. And come on back tomorrow. I mean, I know. You got to be thinking, man, I'm not. Cade Povich, folks, that's the best I can offer you. Come out and watch Cade Povich pitch again. Because if he does anything like he did last time out, it'll be worth your time. All right? The BW call shows he is a Ranger of the night. Oh, say, don't tell me you love me as fans. We can still rock in America, and we won't need to call Sister Christian for the playoffs. Go Birds. Is that like a recreation of the lyrics from the Night Ranger song? Sister Christian, know the time has come. And you know that you're the only one to say, okay. Where you going, what you looking for? You know those guys don't wanna play no more with you. It's true. It's true, yeah. Motoring. What's your price for flight? I can't hit those notes. In finding Mr. Right. It'll be all right tonight. Come on, folks. Oh, I'm sorry. Nah, I'll be quiet. Nah, it's just a morning ritual. Don't worry about it. I always sing Night Ranger in the morning. It's just don't worry about it. All right. All right, folks. We're motoring. Come on back tomorrow. What's your price for flight? Here it's free. So come on back and fly with me. This has been the Bird Watcher, and I'll chirp at you later.